Hello and welcome to Magical Marker, a game of Dungeons and Dragons and drawings. We're a bunch of cartoonists and illustrators who won't just be playing the game, but doodling what happens along the way. It's a PG-13 game of teens and tweens on their first big adventure on their own. Let's start with introducing our cast. I'm going to start with Priscilla, who isn't here for the moment, but will be joining us shortly. And we'll skip over Priscilla to get to Boya.
Hello, I am Boya. I play a warlock bugbear whose name is Bug, and he's traveling with his friend Boxy, who is a fox. And he's 12 years old.
And Caitlin.
Hi, I'm Caitlin. I play Zip. She is a drow fighter, and she's 16 years old.
And Matt.
Hey, I'm Matt. I play Swell. He was a 15-year-old water genasi cleric who worships the tempest god Sunda.
And I'm your Dungeon Mancer, Brian, and I'm going to be running all the NPCs, including Mogg, who is Zip's orc fighter sister. How old is Mogg?
She would be about 18.
Okay. And Sutran, a magically animated severed hand of a spellcaster from decades ago, who is searching for her other hand so she can magic herself back a body. Happy anniversary to us. This is our 1-year anniversary. We're not doing anything super special for it, but hooray for us. We've been having a lot of fun creating stories over the past 40 weeks. It's our 40th episode.
That's not including the illustration ones we've done, the drawing games, and then the 5 Queen's Pride ones as well. We're closer to 50 than we think, but we'll try to do something special for our 50th episode, I think. See.
We'll have a body swap episode. Oh, no, wait. Last week, you guys were in the hidden home of Eravian Tomehome, a human explorer and soil enthusiast. You beat the combat-minded beholder Holden into unconsciousness and explored the home freely. Eastboreal picked up a strange two-sided sculpture, and when he went to hand it to Bug, there was a shock of energy, and the two switched bodies. East found it a terrible shock, but Bug found it confusing. Mogg and Zip laughed and decided it would be fun to try it themselves, and use the two-faced clay figurine to inhabit each other's bodies. Swell was worried about this and tried to come up with a way to arrange a swap back, but nothing seemed to work. Meanwhile, Sutran had been using a small amount of Eravian's clay to mold herself a head and hands, tiny head and hands, onto her hand body to allow her to speak and hopefully cast spells. Although she didn't immediately have the ability to do so. Hopefully she will in the near future. Swell faced off with Boxy, a battle of wills with the sentient but silent Box, over how many gems he would get to eat for storing Eravian scrolls and inside his extra-dimensional stomach. You all left the cliffside home and returned to the Bugmobile, which is your clockwork Magitech device that you've been traveling in, designed by Zug, who is Bug's master. Zunk, sorry. And you spot in the distance a swirling mass of desert sand, accompanied by the ghostly wails of anguish and the spectral sounds of the sea. Mogg's mom and the rest of her boat of orcs has come looking for her lost daughter to bring her into the realm of death with the rest of her family. You have a moment to prepare yourselves. What will you do? Now, I want to point something out to Bug, because you're not as familiar with Dungeons and Dragons as some of our other players. If you want to cast spells in Eastboreal's body, you need your arcane focus, which is that, necklace that you have.
Okay. Well, we're next to each other, right? So I'm gonna be like, hey, give me my necklace. I'm gonna need this.
As you think about wanting to wear the necklace, suddenly the necklace is around your neck. You can feel it against you, and you look down and you see it, but you don't feel the special connection to it. And you see that Eastboreal is still wearing it. But you somehow, it looks like you have one as well now, but it doesn't feel right.
Wait, so
and,
what?
And then Eastboreal's like, fine, take it. I don't want this stupid gem anyways. And throws it at
Wait,
you.
do I just have 2 now? I don't. What's
So the other one around your neck disappears, and then you've got the new one that you put on.
Oh, okay. Huh, weird.
Maybe we should jump in the bugmobile and get out of here.
Yeah.
I think I've got to face this.
Are you sure?
You think I want... If we run from this, it's just going to keep coming at us.
Well, what's their traveling speed? Is it like, are they coming pretty fast or?
They're coming quite fast.
And are they kind of like, are the dunes kind of like the waves and they're just kind of crashing over them and stuff, or is it?
It is basically what's happening is there's a huge forwards of the sand, and it's like coming ahead of them as they're, cresting over sand dunes and stuff. They're just cutting through the sand, and that first wave hits. It's coming down. Mogg looks at Zip and says, "Goggles!" And she flips on your sunglasses, Zip.
Does Mogg have sunglasses as well?
Mogg has goggles on the top of her head.
Oh, okay. Then I suppose I'll flip them on too.
So
When it comes to fighting in Zip's body, is it essentially just like my character sheet?
it's going to be pretty close.
Okay.
I'll explain if we get to a combat. But in the meantime, I need everybody to make a reflex saving throw to see if you get your eyes closed or goggles down while this sand comes towards your eyes.
Reflex?
I like to.
Sorry, reflex, 3rd edition, mine.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, I'll say dexterity.
Okay.
Eye dexterity, not something you have an awful lot of usually.
5? Does Mogg have better dexterity than 1?
Let's see, what's Mogg's stats here? Nope, Mogg only has +1 to dex.
Okay.
Wait, everyone rolls?
Yeah.
So I got 17.
You got 20?
17.
Okay. 17? Yeah.
I got a 6.
Bug, you totally get your eyes closed in time.
Nice.
Where are we here? Yeah, everybody else, who... I'll roll for Priscilla. East Boreal in Bug's body does make it. And Mogg does not get the sunglasses on, or they don't do enough. And you guys, basically your eyes are bothering you so much you can't really see. You're effectively blinded as the sand whips. If you can, I don't know if you guys have seen The Mummy, the sort of sand that comes ahead of the sandstorm that's coming ahead of the ghost ship is a little bit like that.
Okay.
I've got some pre-drawn art of what you guys will see as those of you who can see. How is that showing up for you guys?
Yep. Look at that.
It's like a big anglerfish looking ship.
Wow, that's so cool.
Spectral green. And you can see Mogg's mom at the front just howling, yelling something. Does anybody here speak Orcish?
Look.
Orcish. No.
Nope.
All right. Then yelling and screaming, and you don't know what.
Also, just for the record, Mogg would not know how to speak Orcish either.
She wouldn't have. You don't think she would have picked it up? But okay.
She might remember a few words, but she was young enough that she didn't remember how to speak it.
Did you learn how to speak Elvish?
We both learned Elvish because Titus taught us, but
Okay.
not because I'm a drow. Because he thought it would be a useful language for us to know.
Okay. So yeah, there's a lot of yelling and shouting in another language. I think we should probably, it's not necessarily a fight, but we should probably do some sort of initiative so I can keep track of what everybody wants to do. So go ahead and give me a roll and tell me what you get.
13?
That's 13 for Zip.
7.
7 for Bug.
18 as well.
18 for Swell. 19 for Esporial. And higher than that for the boat.
Oh no.
Mogg's mom. You look at her, and those of you who can still see at this point, see her mouth open wider than orcishly possible. And it's like a chasm, like a cavern, and just this shout echoes out of it, this wail, this sorrowful wail. Everybody who hears it needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
So does everyone hear it?
Yeah.
I was like,
Dirty 20.
All right, the magic number was 13. So anybody who rolled 13 or higher is a little bit shook by it, but not really worried. But anybody who failed it is now considered frightened, which means you can't move closer to it, to the ghost ship. And I think you have disadvantage on attacks on that creature. I'll double check that. But now it's Esporial's turn, and we're finding out from chat what Esporial's doing, maybe. Looks like Priscilla's sometimes writing in what she's doing. I don't know whether... Looking up the frightened condition. A frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight. And for blinded, a blinded creature can't see and automatically fails any ability check that requires sight, and attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and attacks that the creature rolls have, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. I think that since we've got a note here. Esporial is running behind the bug craft and casting silent image of
Of a rock and hiding inside it.
Okay. So Esporial is trying to make themselves not seen. And you guys can see Esporial, but you can also see this sort of glitchy, phantasmal rock, spectral rock over top of her, like a translucent rock, or on top of him. But hopefully the ghost ship cannot see Esporial. Next in the initiative order is Swell.
Okay. So I'm currently blinded by the sand.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna have wrenched my shield up to try and block the sand, but as I've realized it's just not helping, I'm gonna like bring it down and then with the other hand throw my warhammer up and then bring it down and slam it on the ground and cast Turn Undead.
All right. So I need to make a saving throw on that, right?
Yes, I'm just looking. Spell save DC is 13.
Okay. The ship does not seem to shiver its timbers. It does not seem afraid of your Sunder's power.
What about the ghosts on it?
Well, the ghosts and the ship, like the as one, does not. The whole thing does not seem scared.
None of that?
But yeah, I'm treating it as sort of one mind, one ship. Because basically this is fueled by Mogg's mom's anger, and the rest are along for the ride.
Okay.
And then next in the initiative is Zip.
All right. Well, I am blind and frightened, so I'm going to run blindly away from the ship and try to get the sand out of my eyes, I guess.
You can remember that you have a decanter of endless water at your side that Mogg has on her body, so you could use that to rinse your eyes out.
Okay. I'll do that then.
You open it up and you use the word that she used to get the water to pour out when, you were thirsty earlier. You would have seen it being used when you were, resting. So you rinse your eyes out. If that's your action, you're no longer blinded.
Okay. And I guess I'm running away from the ship as well. Backing up.
Mogg failed her thing as well, so she is going to try and stumble towards you and find you, and grabs a hold of you and then takes the water from you and pours it in her eyes as well so she can see. That's her action. Next is Bug.
I'm going to just ready a spell, but also run away with the others. And I'll ready my blast.
So what are you readying? What would be why would you cast it?
If they start attacking, I guess, for some reason.
So if there's a physical attack rather than just a magical attack.
Yeah. if I feel threatened.
Okay. Well, if you feel threatened, let me know.
Okay.
We're going to go back to the boat's turn at the top of the round. Actually, Sutran's around, so Sutran is going to grab some of Swell's water and try and pour it in your face. So she gives you
my water. Oh, like from my canteen?
Yeah.
Okay.
And just like you get like just a splash of water all over your face, and you can feel like a finger trying to help get some in your eye or whatever. There's like a very strange sensation of Sutran trying to unblind you.
The body horror of little hands on a hand trying to rub water into my. Oh god. I'll kind of. Thank you.
So you'll be able to see on your next turn.
Wait.
The ship is going to catch up to you guys. It's going to move forward like you guys move back. And Mogg's mom's arms just come reaching out like spectrally long and claw towards you. And she's like, "My daughter must die!" Except for she yells it in Orcish, so you don't know what she's saying.
None of us can understand her.
And is attacking Zip because she thinks that Zip is her daughter.
Zip's in Mogg form.
Yeah. And your armor class is 18. And I rolled 19. So that's a hit, unfortunately. That's 17 necrotic damage. She has 40 hit points.
Damn.
What you feel is the cold hand of death raking through your body. You can hear the sounds of the waves crashing at sea during a stormy night, the distant cry of a seagull, and just like that, death is come for you. East Boreal, you're in a rock. You want to make a save against the frightened. At the end of your turn, you would have had a chance to have made that save. So go ahead and make your save for last turn. Nope, still frightened. So you can't get closer, but you still can affect it.
For anyone watching at home wondering what's going on, Priscilla is with us, just is unable to join us on video. What I'm actually going to do is turn your video on, because I may as well have you on. Alright,
You viciously mock, and you can see, what are you going to mock them with? You know, to say, like, I've seen better ghosts, when I saw a sheet over top of a chair in an old mansion gathering dust.
Embedded, moth-eaten cheats.
Mother of the year you are, you say, and she goes, "Ah!" and takes some damage from that. So go ahead and roll your vicious mockery damage. 2 psychic damage. Alright, the ship's dead. No, not after 2 damage.
It's like, really?
And disadvantage on next attack. Okay. And that was a bonus action. So for your action... No, it's a regular action? Okay. Alright. You're all done. Next we're going to go to Swell.
Okay, so I'll look up, blinking the water from my eyes, and realize that the turn undead didn't work, and then kind of like, by Sunda, oh no. Are any of my allies still like blinking, like they've got water in their eyes or anything? Oh, they've got sand in their eyes?
I don't think so. I think that's
Everyone's
everybody.
clear? Okay. Kind of round. I don't know what to do against these people. They're coming for Zip, who is Mogg. Now in Mogg form. I'll try and put myself between her and the ship. The shield up. To try and protect against it and hold an attack if anything comes close enough.
So, yeah, the shield isn't going to do a lot, but you can get between them. I mean, if you wanted to do, like, as your full action, do the defend action, so that you could make disadvantage on attacks against her. But,
Okay, that sounds
It'd be
good.
like double disadvantage.
yeah, you already have disadvantage because of the vicious mockery, but...
Yeah, so I'll hold an attack if anything comes within striking range.
All right.
Do a hit.
That ends Swell's turn, and we're going to go to Zip.
Can I save against the Trident?
At the end of your turn.
Could I? I couldn't have done it last turn.
You could have done it at the end of your last turn, yes. Sorry.
All right. Well, I guess I'll just run away again.
Did you not save at the end of your?
I didn't
Last
know.
turn.
So, no, you can roll now.
Okay. What is it? The wisdom save?
Yeah.
Oh well, I failed it anyway.
Okay. You don't have to run away, you just can't get closer.
Okay. Well, I will at least use my second wind to get back some hit points. Oh, you're pretty good. That's not. And then I can't attack them, is that right?
As a ranged attack, you could. The hand that came towards you sort of went back.
No, but I mean because I'm still frightened.
You can attack, you just can't get close. So, like,
okay.
if somebody's up in your grill, you can fight back.
Oh, okay.
Or you can fire arrows or whatever, but you can't run towards them if they're backing away or whatever. So, like, when the hand came forward and scratched you and is coming, it'll probably come again. So you could ready an attack for next time it comes at you.
Okay, well, I could chuck one of my hand axes. Oh, wait. No, Mogg doesn't have the hand axes. Does she have any ranged weapons on her?
Let's see. She has a decanter of endless water, 2 potions of healing, and a battle axe.
Rubbish. She doesn't even have... Well, actually, my zip body is right next to me, right?
Yeah,
Can I grab one of the hand axes off that and chuck
absolutely.
it? All right. Meanwhile, muttering, rubbish, you don't even have hand axes on you. That's 24 to hit.
24 is a hit. So you can roll damage and then half it because they're not magical.
7, 4 damage?
That's halved?
Yeah.
Okay. So the boat has taken 6 points of damage, guys. Do you want to say anything to the boat?
I'm gonna say, I'm not your stupid daughter. You dummy.
I'm trying to
You
remember how.
are! You can't fool me! You are my daughter, even if you do not speak our language. You look just like me, she says in common.
Oh, so you can speak common now.
She spoke common last time, too.
Did she? I thought that we were using like a spell to understand them.
Yeah,
Maybe you were.
Yeah.
I
Maybe
thought
she
one of
learned common in time
the crew mates on the Money could also speak Orcish.
She could speak common the whole time and it hard for us. She would understand everything we're saying when we're like, don't understand.
She's not in a good space, I'll tell you that much. So it's like, if I'm really flustered, I don't know if I could speak fluent French, you know? I think it'd be like, bonjour, je m'appelle angry. You know, okay. So you don't understand what's said. Mogg is going to, on her turn to the ship and says, "You lost me 18 years ago, and now you come back and you want to kill me? You don't want to see how I'm doing? What are you doing? Let's just talk!" She yells at the ship. I'm going to make a roll here. And she has advantage on charisma checks. Yeah. The ghost on the ship starts to calm a little bit. It's like, huh? Starts to seem like reacting to the words as if they make a little bit of sense to it. It's not fully unraged, but it's not as angry as it was. Next on the list is Bug. You had actually readied an attack, and the ship did make an attack on Zip. So did you want to do a blast? I forgot to do that.
Oh. Wait, am I next to Zip or not?
You are not next to Zip, but it doesn't matter because
Oh, I see. Yes, I would have done an attack, yeah.
Sure.
Should I?
Go ahead and roll your attack.
My attack. Wait, is the roll to hit a D10? My sheet is not working again.
No, it's a D20 to roll a hit.
D20 to roll a hit?
Yeah.
Okay. I rolled 16 to hit.
Where's that armor class here? 16 is enough?
Then a D10, right?
Yeah.
So I got a 5 plus 5, 10.
10 damage.
Oh, wait. No,
Is
no,
it?
no. No plus 5, just 5.
Alright. You do another 5 damage to it. This time the magic damage actually does some damage to it, like full damage rather than half damage. And Sutran uses her body form to... You can hear her muttering some stuff on your head, Swell. And you don't know what happened. Like, she cast some sort of spell, and there is no noticeable effect for you. But Zip, you can now understand what the boat is saying. You understand, like, as it's yelling, you understand the language.
That's just me or no one else?
We don't know yet. You know this. This is what you know in the moment. But Sutran was like, I'm going to see if I can help somebody understand this language. And I think the person who's most in danger of, of wanting to understand what's going on here has got to be Mogg or Zip, and I'm not sure which is which or which one's in more danger. So it could have been both of you, or it may just be one of you. You don't know. But it's the boat's turn. And the boat is going to do another attack on Zip, which is going to, I believe, set off Swell's. You had a held attack? Is that correct?
Yes. Yep.
And I'm rolling at
That has disadvantage.
yeah. And with disadvantage, it completely misses.
Okay, I'm also going to use my reaction to riposte with a melee attack.
All right.
So I'll just roll my longsword. I'm assuming the stats are the same as the warhammer.
You're going to have a +6 to roll a d20 and add a +6 to it.
Oh, okay. That's only a 10.
10. It's too fast. Like, it sort of pulls away as it gets smacked by Swell, I guess, or as it misses.
I rolled a 10 to hit.
10 is also going to be a miss for you as well.
Oh, damn.
Next up is East Boreal. How far are we from the entrance to the cave? You're probably like 60 feet from the edge of the cave, and everybody else is like right on the cage lip, because you ran towards the bugmobile as opposed to back towards the cave entrance. And I think it looks like from the way that Boya has drawn, it looks like your actual body is also beside you, trying to hide behind your phantasmal rock.
Just gotta stick close to my body just in case.
Yeah. That way, if the other body dies, you can eat it and gain your power back. That's how it works, right?
That's.
So Mogg is basically... Mogg has started to walk towards the ship a little bit and is like yelling at the ship like this. And then there's becomes another spectral image of her leaving and runs into the cave. So there's still one out there, but there's also one that ran away.
Oh, okay.
So it could look like either that there's an, you move forward in time, but part of it is stuck. It's like, wait a minute, there's still that image of the moment that she was standing there.
But is it Mogg in Zip's body? Or like...
Oh, that's a good question. Is it Mogg? Are you thinking Mogg's body or... Mogg's body. Okay, so it is right beside the cave. So there's another version of Mogg that just goes back a few feet into the cave and yells, "Told you you had the wrong person." Trying to imitate Mogg's voice. All right. You can make a deception check. $25. Okay, the ship is confused. It's Swell's turn now.
He's also confused, which is his general state. I think he's gonna hold an attack action if it tries to attack again. Oh no! You know what he's gonna do? He's gonna cast. What, Priscilla?
East also runs after the illusionary Mogg.
Should all run inside? Is that...
Because, but the save, that's at the end of your turn, isn't it? So you'd run in next turn?
On your turn.
Because I think, like, the frightened happens you can shake it at the end of your turn after your move and your action. Oh, but you can run away. Yeah, you can totally run away. Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
All right. As a bonus action, you raise a spectral image of a thunder cloud, lightning bolt. What is it?
It's a warhammer that has like thunderclouds surrounding it, just swirling around it.
All right.
I think it. Can I attack with it at the same time? I always ask this question.
I think that it's a bonus action to cast it, and it's a bonus action to attack with it.
When you cast a spell, you make a melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet of the weapon.
Okay.
So, just reading this for like the 10th time, it's still probably going to do it more. Okay, so yeah, I'll cast it by the ship and try and hit it. That's going to be a 15 to hit the ship.
That's a hit.
Okay. Then it is a D8. It's going to be 10 total damage from this weapon. It's force damage equal to 1d8 plus my spellcasting ability modifier. It doesn't say it's magical.
It is magical, yeah.
But by its nature, I guess.
Yeah. Because it's force damage rather than slashing, bludgeoning, or piercing, right?
Yeah.
So, that is your bonus action.
Yeah, and I'll hold another attack if it tries to reach out and get Mogg. Get Mogg zip.
Okay. And then it's Zip's turn.
That club that I took off Holden, do I know if it's magical or not?
It is not magical. You know that, let's see. Yeah, her axe should be magical.
Her warhammer?
Her battle axe.
Oh, it's a battle axe. Sorry.
Yeah.
I
Because
forgot to roll for my thing last turn as well, but I got an 18.
Okay. Then you are unfrightened.
Okay. So Mogg is like walking towards the ship, right? And she's trying to talk to them.
Yeah.
I'm going to just kind of like go up beside her and like ready an attack so that if they do like attack her. Oh no, they're attacking me, aren't they? Because they think that I'm her. Yeah, I'm just gonna wail on them. I've got no time for conversation.
All right, Zip.
Ooh, okay, I got a 22.
22 is a hit.
6 damage.
Okay, so your damage is going to be 1d10 plus 4.
Oh, plus 4? Okay, make that a 7 then. And then I'm also going to use my action surge and attack again.
Okay.
And that is a... Oh, whoops, sorry, roll. 23, another 23 to hit.
23. Okay. That's a hit.
And then another 7 damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to be yelling at them, and I'm going to say, you didn't try to save her when you had the chance, and you're not going to take her out. She's my sister. You could go back to hell where you belong.
Now, do you want to tell me what it looks like as you're attacking? Like how how you're damaging the ship, or?
Well, you said there was like a big spectral hand, right?
Yeah, like her arms are extending, sort of like a Dalsim.
So I'm just kind of like hitting them back, angry, crying at the whole situation.
All right. And her arms are like, when you hit them, it's like water is splashing off of it, like it's ectoplasmically wet with seawater. Next up is Mogg. Mogg is going to try to speak with her again and say, "You can't even tell your own daughter. It's me. I'm in the wrong body. But I'm Mogg. Look at me." And she has advantage again. and the ship seems, the mother seems to calm down again, like confused, and she's looking at Zip and Mogg, and Zip and Mogg like, you are, but no, this is some sort of trick. And then it's Bug's turn.
I like how they just want to kill the daughter, but it's so confusing. It came to the most confusing situation. Does the ship, do they look like substantially weakened?
No, I would not say substantially.
Or some, okay. I'm just like, okay, is the ship floating? Can I earthbind it to not, like, does it move around?
It is floating. You could try to earthbind it.
Okay, well, I will try to earthbind it then. So you have to succeed on a strength saving throw.
All right. My strength saving throw is 19.
Oh man.
That sounds like a pass.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have a bonus action or anything you want to do?
Oh, can I grab some of the goo from Foxy and throw at the? Is that a bonus action?
What do you want to do? I
want to give some of the goo to the ghosts to calm them down.
So you want to try to give them some of the ooze that you found inside of Dormir Strongsoul's lair?
Yes.
Okay. As a bonus action, Boxy has it show up, and then I suppose I can say it as your move action, you throw it towards them. How's that?
And I say something like, I don't know what else. Try. Please calm down. We don't want any trouble. Take this.
Have some goo. Okay. You offer the phantasm some goo. And then it's Sutran's turn, and she is going to do some more incantation on your head swell.
Okay.
And you're not sure exactly what it does. And then the ship what's it gonna do now?
It's confused by all the things we try to do.
It's confused about what's going on and thinks it's some sort of trick and is going to attack Mogg's body again, which I believe sets off is that Swell's attack for ready to attack?
If it's trying to strike again at Zip, who is in Mogg's body, then yeah, I'll make an attack. Natural 1.
That's 31 points of damage to Mogg.
Do they not try to attack the other mod? Or how did they decide?
Which I believe drops Mogg.
No, not quite.
Oh, did you? Oh, because you action surged, right?
Because I did my what's it to do? Second wind.
Second wind. I'll say that was a critical. Like but on the dice I rolled a bunch of ones. But the hand comes and it's like angry, but also rolling. It's like it's a critical because it's like really angry, but at the same time rolling ones because it's kind of wants to hold back because it's confused about what's going on. So it's got both things going on in that roll. And yeah, once again you feel that claw come down and rip into your soul. And you feel the tug as the rakes down, you feel like the tug of an undertow pulling you deep into the water, and you buckle down to one knee, just for flavor. And then it's East Boreal's turn.
Can I ask? Did they react to the ooze at all?
They did not seem to go for the ooze. They did not seem to react to the illusionary Mogg running away, because there's still like an actual Mogg there that's attacking and interacting with it.
So whose turn is it now?
It's East Boreal's turn, and Priscilla is writing something down. I'm giving up on trying to draw that crazy perspective on the hand because I wasn't.
It looks cool. I already looked at what you had.
So, illusionary Mogg runs into the cave far enough to be out of sight.
Yeah, I think that's what would have happened last turn, like, because Mogg was right on the cave entrance.
Okay.
And the ship was back further.
Wait, so what happened with did Zip save Mogg or what? Or did the ghosts attack the Zip, basically?
They're attacking the body of Mogg, and didn't actually drop Mogg because Mogg had done a healing action.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, illusionary Mogg shows up at the cave entrance, and Esperial taunts them, imitating her voice. You're so dumb you can't tell the real from the fake. So I think that's Mogg at the fake Mogg at the cave mouth saying that.
Okay. It is confused again. It seems to... I did a roll to see whether it fell for that. And it thinks that it's true, but it also sees that the other thing is true and has seen a variety of things be true. What's happening is that because it's confused, it's calming down. It's not as angry as it was. You've calmed it down another level by doing that.
The zip in Mogg's body. Yeah, okay. You got bardic inspiration.
So has it been progressively calming down, or does it get calmed down and then become angry again and then calm down and angry again?
It's been progressively calming down. You can see that from Mogg talking to it in Zip's body, and East Boreal using the sort of mind confusing illusions. It is like the sails on the ship, were going whoosh, and now they're moving like this. Like there's still some feeling in there. Her eyes aren't glowing quite so great as they were before. And you guys are having a calming effect on this. I believe we've had 3 calm downs so far. Now we're going to go to Swell's turn.
Okay, he's going to reach back and touch Zog and cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
At which point you don't understand, but Mogg does. It says, "No, but stop healing. Kill, not heal."
Wait,
From
what?
the ghost. The ghost is not happy with you healing the person she's trying to kill.
Oh, I don't care about that. You get 13 hit points back. But I will shout out and say, "Stop this fighting! It's not going to help anything." And I don't know. I'm attempting to persuade them to talk rather than fight.
You can use your bonus action to give me a persuasion check.
4.
4. It seems angrier. The anger level has gone up from a check failed that low.
Well, it's not a natural 1. That doesn't seem fair.
No, there's a system to being able to calm it down. You guys can totally kill it by using attacks and stuff, but I also built in a system for, since you guys always seem to talk to things and try to non-violently deal with them. I built a system in, and yeah, failing by that much
Okay.
makes it a little more angry. Zip, you're up next.
I'm going to pop a healing potion.
All right. Her healing potions are regular ones. So if you take one from her body, you're doing 2d4 plus 2.
And I'm gonna take another swipe at it. 12?
12. 12 is not a hit. I mean, you swing, but you go right through the spectral side of the ship.
And I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna let you take my sister back to hell with you. You didn't want her when you lost her, and you can't have her now.
So do you want to make some sort of check there? What sort of check do you want to do?
Maybe, I don't know, like an intimidation check or something.
Okay. Give me an intimidation check.
13.
Sorry, what's
13.
13? It doesn't seem to lower its rage level. It doesn't seem to be effective, but it also doesn't raise it. Like, it's not low enough that it's a terrible
Oh,
failure.
I have inspiration. Hang on, what do I roll for that again?
You roll
D8,
a d8.
A D8?
Yeah. Normally you're supposed to save that until, like, you tell me before I tell you if you fail,
Oh, okay.
but I'm okay with you using it, because half the time we forget to use it anyways.
Yeah. So that brings it up to a dirty 20.
Okay, you do bring it down, calm another level. You feel like the ship is becoming more and more reasonable, Mogg and Mogg's mom. And the ship is starting to see that there's something else going on here.
Wait, what did you do to make it calm down? Like,
I intimidated it.
By saying, look, we're here to fight for your daughter. We love her so much. Our love for her is greater than yours, is sort of how the ship is taking it.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute. Are we taking her away from somebody? Am I wrong in doing this? Like, she's having second thoughts about that. And then Mogg is going to continue, and she throws Zip's sword down on the ground and says, "I will not fight you, mother. Stand down and talk." And the ship, like, all of the wind goes out of the sails. Because you lowered it down that level, and it gets to that last level of calm, and the ship just sinks into the sand, and it flushes or flies up in the air, the little sprinkles of sand. And Mogg's mother leaps over the side, and she puts a hand on both of you and is like looking from one to the other. What is going on here?
We swapped bodies. What's so confusing about that? We're sisters. It happens all the time.
What?
You don't even know your own daughter. She's my sister. She's not your daughter anymore.
I am your daughter by birth, but I'm her sister through life. She has been here with me the whole time. She's looked after me while you've been gone. Why would you take that away from me?
Why would you take it away from me? You're taking away the only family that I have. Rude.
But we should all end together. The line should end.
Why?
Because that is how it is done.
No, it's
Because
not.
we should all be happy together in the afterlife.
But we're happy here in the real life.
Are you truly happy, daughter? Yeah. I'm content. Some days are wonderful, some days are scary, some days are terrible. That's life. The question isn't whether I'm happy. The question is whether I want to stay here, alive, experiencing all that life has to offer, good and bad. I have had such hope in my heart that I would find you and bring you to us, that I didn't think that you wouldn't be ready to come. I'm sorry for what I've done, daughter. Can you forgive me? Sure, you came looking for me. At least you did that. I can see you really love me. It's been misguided, but... Go rest. If there's something beyond, if there's an afterlife, I'll see you there. And if there isn't, go and rest. Be at peace. I can't say that I love you back because I don't remember you. But I'll remember that you loved me and that you came looking for me. And with that, this orc woman who has looked monstrous and terrifying, you can see that, like, as this conversation has happened, has changed and looked more older and vulnerable and pained and tired. And she just has a few tears stream down her eyes and says, I love you, daughter. And her and the entire ghost ship disappear. And Mogg gives you a big hug, Zip.
I'll pat her on the back. Be like, we'll see them in hell.
I hope we don't go to hell. I hope we're on the right side of things, but who knows? Fancy lad, come out. Are you okay? Esporil comes running out. Thanks for everything that you guys did. I don't think I could have faced my undead mom without you guys. That was really weird. And she grabs your hand, Zip, and she squeezes it tight and says, I'm glad that you're here with me. Thank you for coming to get me. Thank you for everything.
That was so much more dramatic than when I met my family. They just gave me like some weird food.
And she's like, yeah, that's so weird. Like, your family sounded weird.
They were, but not
I
as
want to
weird
go
as
see.
yours.
I want to go see those spiders that make those things with their webs. They'll sound cool.
Yeah, they were pretty cool.
We'll go back to your cottage sometime.
Yeah. But first, we have to go and save our actual dad.
Yeah. And with that, you guys go to the bugmobile and try and get as much of the sand out as possible. And you guys know that from here, your plan is to go into the mountain range that's beyond these cliffs and go to a chasm that's at the base of it, a little further east. What's your plan? Is it to stay above ground as much as possible, or to start going underground right away? What's your plan of attack here?
Which way is faster?
Well, that's the thing is, like, if you go up, you're not being interfered with by anything, right? Like, you're not going to have to be forced to go left or right or encounter as much. But then you're going to have to go down again. Whereas if you just go straight through, it's going to be a meandering sort of back and forth straight through. Like, it's either way is necessarily going to be more direct.
Sounds like up and down is faster. Potentially, right?
What do we think will interfere with us out here? We haven't had any encounters other than the ones at the library and the ship that was chasing.
You think if you're in the air above the mountains, you might, if you're not, because you guys turn invisible when you're going super fast.
Yeah.
If you're going super fast, you probably won't encounter things. If you're slowed down, you might encounter things like griffins or other animals that live in these mountains. But you probably won't have to deal with them. The thing is that then once you get up, and you'll have to find an entrance up high and then make your way down to the chasm.
No, that sounds better. Hi, Priscilla.
Hi.
Oh, hold on. Oh no, still can't hear.
You're mimed.
Personally, Swell says, I think we should just go get as quickly as we can over there.
There we go.
Yay!
Okay, I just saw my yellow thing pop up.
Nice. Yep, we can hear you now.
Yeah, I
So-
like the idea of going super fast, like without having to encounter obstacles.
All right, that's 3 votes. Let's go. And Mogg just takes over again and just starts driving the ship.
What? No. Zip,
What?
wanna have a talk to your sister?
About what?
You want to drive, don't you?
I don't really care. She can drive.
Yeah, you can have next drive.
Our bodies are.
I'm gonna need to rest.
I was trying to do it discreetly so she couldn't hear me, but I guess she's got ears everywhere.
It's a small cabin.
I hadn't got into the ship yet, so
Oh, well, this was sort of. I thought that everybody was in the ship. But okay.
I'll. It's fine. It is what it is. I'll. Get in.
Now, Is there anything you guys want to do with role playing out being inside the others' bodies right now before I fast forward some time?
I mean, Isburio's mostly just sulking. Like, after the imminent danger of the ghost ship passed, he crawled back into the bug craft and just slumped down in one of the back seats, probably taking up multiple seats. And
Okay.
just like, and he's also attuning the idol.
How about Bug?
Well, I guess seeing my Isboreal in my body being so unhappy, I'm like, it's not that bad. You can, it's not that bad, right? I'm just like trying to cheer him up. I don't know.
Really just rolls his head over and is like, and then rolls it back without saying anything.
Yeah. And I guess I think at this point I'm more or less used to the body, like the height and everything, so I'm not like as like poking around anymore.
Okay.
Didn't Bug in his Bureau's body turn into Bug last game? No? I thought I remembered something about that, but never mind. All good.
So Mogg flies for quite some time and the sun starts to set. She finds a plateau to land on after a few hours and, stops, and you guys get out and stretch your legs and have something to eat and go to the bathroom and all that. And tells Zip to take the next shift. And Zip flies you guys through the night. Next morning you wake up, those of you who have slept in the, you've dozed through at various points. You're still not back in your body. You wake up in the other person's body. But then right about lunchtime, you guys are sharing food in the cabin, and you're eating food that's come out of there's a seat between the two of that has the supplies in it, and you guys are eating some of the food that came from that island. So maybe East Boreal, you bite into an orange, and suddenly it tastes like fish, and you're back in your own body again, and because Bug was eating fish, and you suddenly switch back in the middle, and there's like a strange taste in your mouth that you weren't expecting, and that's when the changes back. It's 24 hours after you had the first switch.
I do think it is likely that after Bug woke up, he would be back in his own body, because that's what he would expect, unless he knows immediately that he's in his Portugal's body.
That's a good question. Bug, do you think that, how when you wake up and you're sleeping at somebody's house you weren't expecting to stay over, you're crashing at a friend's house, you're at a party and you wake up and you're like, where am I? What's going on? Like that kind of thing? Do you think you would expect to wake up in Bug's body, or do you think you'd expect to wake up in East Boreal's body?
I would probably expect to wake up in my own body, right? Because what do you mean? From sleeping? Because every day I wake up in my own body, I would expect.
Yeah. So you would wake up in your own body, and you would look around, and you would see another version of yourself in the back seat.
Also, since it takes like an hour to attune, when I've learned that it lasts for 24 hours?
Yeah, you would have learned that.
Okay. So
Wait,
after he learns this, is Boreal just like peppy and bouncing once again? Like a light at the end of the tunnel.
Is it one of those kind of things where, like, when Bug's asleep, he's in bug form instead of his burial form because his sleeping brain, like, wouldn't really know that he's in a different body?
Yeah, well, that's the thing is Bug starts to grow, like, while you're driving, starts to get hair on Esporeal's body. And it's this weird change where, like, this cape shrinks into Bug's back. And
Wait, that's
there's
so physically.
and it starts to get shorter. And the teeth are less sparkling. And you just shrink back into this bug-shaped body. And yeah, Zip, you are looking in the rear view mirror at one point and are like, what?
Is Esporeal awake at this point, or is Esporeal also asleep?
I think they're both asleep.
Wait, so when I'm awake, I am in my own body.
Yeah. But you fell asleep.
Actually in my own body.
I think that while you were sleeping, the body you're in looks like Bug's body. But there's also another Bug there.
Yeah, and then when I wake up, I don't turn back to Esporeal's body.
That's right.
But we don't know what's happening, so maybe we think
Okay.
that it's like the turning back is like a gradual process. Like, we're gonna have to go through like a transition to get back to our own body.
Do we know about Bug and the ooze connection as well? When he like spoke to the ooze in the ocean?
Yeah, I don't know. Did you told everybody that the ooze told you that you were an ooze, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I don't.
Because I think Spell might be like, is that because he's part ooze or something?
Maybe, yeah. Maybe he's like oozing back into his
Sutran says, yep, that's possible. If he is ooze.
That's weird, man.
head.
I'm gonna like poke him and see if my finger like, you know, like when you press Play-Doh and your finger just sinks into it.
It does not work like Play-Doh.
Okay.
He's just half man, half bugbear.
Yeah. I guess. As it feels, doesn't feel really furry. It feels like flesh.
Okay. Poke him in the cheek.
Um,
I'm gonna like as poke him as much as I can until the point where he's about to wake up, and then I'll stop and be like, "Oh yeah, I shouldn't be doing that. That's weird."
yeah, I zipped ahead too much in time. Does Zip and Swell want to have a conversation while everybody else is passed out?
I don't know if we really have anything to talk about.
Okay.
Swell's just writing in his journal. Hey.
Okay. So yeah, Esporeal and Bug, you wake up and there's two bugs.
Okay, well.
And I'll like turn back and be like, the thing that I don't understand is that why did you both turn into Bug?
Because he's part ooze.
Boreal is
I'm like, what?
kind of rubbing his eyes and searching and being like, oh, I need to have a rest stop at some point. As he sees Bug as Bug, and he looks at himself, and he's still Bug.
You like had a spark of joy when you saw.
Yeah.
You're like.
And then he swallows and says, yes, it may be possible that the ooze thing has something to do with it, and since I am not, my brain does not enable me to, or my spirit does not enable me to do such a thing, unfortunately.
Maybe Bugs is just the superior form, and you now will both just look like
all.
Bugs.
No, it ends after 24 hours.
I just,
This is
I'm gonna throw this out there in case anyone is like just throwing down some lies. My passive insight is 15, so.
Well, the lowest I can roll on a deception is 18, so.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna roll an insight.
I'll roll my deception then.
Oh, that's 22.
Oh, well, that was 18.
You think something fishy is up. You don't know what.
You see Swell do that, kind of narrows his eyes and kind of looks between the two of you. Like the shifty dog in The Simpsons. Just, back and forth.
Can I notice that he is suspicious?
He's extremely suspicious. His lips are pursed. He's
not
doing that.
hiding it. Alright.
Yeah. And then he'll notice you noticing and be like, oh.
Isboriel rolls his eyes and says, "Oh, what? As if you could figure out magical, arcane items made by an unknown maker."
What that mirror you got? Are you attuned to it, or is Bug attuned to it?
That's a good question.
Does that have
I
any
assume
properties?
if it's
I think that it's who's like that Usborial is attuned to it, not Bug.
Okay.
Either way, we're both Bug now.
In the end,
Is-
we all become Bug.
And this,
actually though, he does also have the armband on his body, unless I snuck it off of him while he was sleeping.
I don't know, did you?
what armband?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, he would probably actually ask for his, or demand, he doesn't ask, for his pack back, and, actually, that actually makes a lot of sense that at some point he would be like, I want my clothes back,
Wait,
or
so
at least my spare clothes.
maybe we trade our stuff.
Yeah, just the physical items.
That's fine. Yeah. Okay, so what? Like it's the next day. I wake up and
And that happened. That exchange of like, huh?
well, you guys didn't turn back.
Mogg still sleeping in Zip's body, just snoring away.
Oh, so it's just me awake, and
You and Usborial and Zip and Swell.
Okay.
Maybe Swell's fallen asleep now. Or is probably needs to go to sleep soon.
It's the morning, isn't it?
Yeah, but you guys have been like, you sort of take shifts while you're driving, so that some people are awake and some people are asleep.
Oh.
Okay. This is great. I've always wanted a twin brother. I guess it was meant to be this way.
So yeah, then the thing happens where you guys are eating lunch and you switch back bodies and you totally get the flavor of something else in your mouth that you weren't eating. And
Wait, but this is Boreal? Wait, but the body's already transformed into my body. Or Bug's
So-
body.
East Boreal, you are now in a body that looks like Bug.
Isburiel immediately...
The nightmare.
I'm going to try to do this stealthily, actually.
Okay.
He drums a quite quick pattern against the side of his thigh, and whistles a short tune, but he tries to do it very to hide it, basically. And he casts Silent Image over himself to snap his image back to his own.
Okay.
Well, his own, except for the clothes that they swapped.
Right. So, that would require a deception check if anybody wants to try and catch East Boreal doing that.
Well, like, I presume that me and Mogg wouldn't turn back straight away because we were like a few minutes after them,
Yeah.
right? So we'd all just be sitting around and then we'd see like, whoop. I would just be like, what was that?
What was your stealth roll?
The deception is 21.
Oh, okay. So you're not going to roll the stealth to try and beat?
Oh, I assume that
Because I feel like that's the way that Swell would notice is that like he would probably be his like he wouldn't be actively looking. It would just be like his passive deception.
So is hiding the spellcasting deception or stealth?
I guess you could use
Or sleight
either.
of hand?
You can use whatever you think would be best for you. I mean, I'm not going to let you use acrobatics, and that's out of hand, but any of those other three you suggested is fine.
What if I jumped out of the plane and then did a flip?
Okay, you've convinced me. Acrobatics is fine.
Yeah, that's deception. So he just makes a huge gasp to cover up the sound of the song, like the magical note that he's saying. He goes, "Ah, I'm myself again!" And he touches his face.
Okay.
Yeah, my passive perception is 18, if that helps. But I'm not actively looking. I'm just kind of
Okay.
focusing on other things. I
might
think caught up in the excitement of everyone changing back, I'm like, oh, that's awesome.
Oh man.
Spell's not actively suspicious of you or anything like that. He's just like happy that everyone is feeling happy again.
So glad that ooze material did not stay around.
That's too bad.
How's Bug taking the news that he now doesn't have a brother?
A twin brother.
A twin brother.
And then Zip pulled out his hands to Bug and says, "No, give me my stuff back."
Okay, we yell and then we exchange stuff.
Yeah, and gives his
It was fun while it lasted, right?
no. It was not.
Okay, question. As you guys are returning your stuff to each other, Bug, you have the idol, and you're handing back Esporeal's stuff.
Israel absolutely does not touch it. He will actually probably try to. No, he doesn't actually have anything to do that with. Yeah, he just doesn't touch it, and basically will leap over the seats to avoid it.
Keep away.
What does Bug want to do with it?
I'm like, oh, wow. Wait, so what do we want to do with this? Do we want to go first body switch round 2? That's kind of fun, right?
I think destroying it or tossing it out of the craft seems the best answer.
We should give it to our enemies.
No, we gotta save. We should save this for when we need to. What if we want to switch bodies with somebody?
I say put it in Boxy for now, and then maybe we can use it to like sneak into somewhere.
As you say that, Boxy moves away from it.
Oh, I was
And it was
gonna
like-
say we could switch body with Boxy.
Well, I'm thinking like if we need to like break into like a fortress that's like super sealed, and we need to like disguise ourselves as like some guards people, we can switch bodies with them. No way, because then they would be in our bodies and have all our stuff.
Yes. Yeah, I thought this
And he
would
starts
have
thinking
been
really
much
hard.
easier just to use illusion magic.
Well, it
Yes.
still could be useful. That's if we wrap it up, then we won't accidentally touch it. If you guys don't want to touch it, right?
May I remind you that we switched bodies when it was being held in a handkerchief?
Oh, really?
Yes.
Sutran says, if you wrap it up and put it in the bottom of your backpack, it would be okay. But I don't think you should put it in Boxy unless you want to trade bodies with Boxy.
Well, if you simply
I am
held it over
curious.
and dropped it into open boxy, that would not be a direct contact
Yeah.
with it.
Well,
Boxy narrows Boxy's eyes.
we can put it in a box and put it in a box.
Yeah, there you go.
But
Boxy smiles at that.
okay, let's do that. But Boxy, do you want to switch body with me and experience walking with legs?
He sort of furrows his brow. Like he's not sure how to answer that.
I am curious if it would work with a box, but then I guess, do I want to be a box?
Well, it's only for 24 hours. It's not
only
like you'd
24
be a
hours.
box forever.
That's true. Should I just go for it? And then I guess I'm gonna, if no one's objecting or stopping me, I'm gonna hold it towards Boxy and see if he wants to touch it.
Boxy just doesn't move away and doesn't move closer. He's letting you make the decision.
Okay. I slowly, move it towards him until he touches him.
All right. There's a flash of energy, and the two of you are inhabiting each other's bodies. You suddenly have a strong hunger. You're very hungry, and you feel like eating gems. You're
Swell
like,
just kind of puts his head in his
I
hand.
haven't eaten anything in so long. I've been on such a poor diet that I'm so hungry. My tummy. And Boxy is like going, I'm in his body. This is so weird. Oh, wow. I can talk. I can talk with words. Oh, wow.
Yeah, well,
I
don't
hate
overdo it,
this.
alright? Because the rest of us can talk and we don't shout like that.
This is my first time talking.
Isabella says he sounds just as annoying as I would have thought he would. Still, let's help us.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Hello, everybody. I'm Boxy. But that's not my real name, but you could call me Boxy.
What's
is your real name?
Well, my real name is Boxiford.
Yeah, I think we'll just call you Boxy.
Okay, that's why I don't mind it. It's pretty close.
Boxy, where did you come from?
Oh, I'm not sure I should tell you.
Why not?
It's a secret.
Why?
Why is it
Huh?
a secret?
I think that's also a secret.
You're an alien, aren't you?
Are you
Are you also
spying
an
on
Us?
us?
Spying on you? Why would I be spying on you?
I don't know, because you're a secret box? And now you won't tell us where you're from? Sounds a bit suspicious to me.
I'm keeping an eye on Bug. That's my job.
Who gave you that job?
I can't tell you. That's a secret.
We don't keep secrets from
Aliens.
each other.
I tell you, it's alien. And he's like looking up, like they're gonna come down any minute.
Well, it's still a secret if you tell us, isn't it? Because we won't tell anyone else.
Well,
it's our
I
job
feel
to-
like if I tell anybody, I should tell Bug. And then Bug can make the decision about whether he should tell anyone. But I can't do that because
You
Bug
can.
can't
He's right
talk
there.
now.
No, he's right there. You
Yeah,
can tell him.
but he can listen.
Yeah,
Like,
but you
you
guys will
can-
listen too. You guys have got those big
come on.
human ears and the big elf ears and...
Well,
It's
we
our job
promise
to
that
protect-
we'll cover our ears. You can trust us. We're your friends.
maybe if we land.
It's our job to protect Bug as well. You know that, right?
Yeah, that's why we get along so well. I like you guys. But you guys have secrets too.
There's no
Hmm.
secret among friends.
I'm a
Right.
pretty open book.
if you're here to protect Bug from something that we don't know about, how are we supposed to protect him from the things that we do not know about?
Oh, I'll protect him from the things that I know about, and you protect him from the things you know about.
But wouldn't it be more effective if everyone is protecting him from everything?
No, we're specialized.
Half and half.
We're specialized.
But if you get knocked out, or kicked out of this craft, say, or dropped in a river, or set on fire, or crushed beneath a mountain, we are
I
going
wouldn't
to
let him do that to you, Boxy.
I wasn't saying I was going to do that. I'm just saying it's things that can very easily happen to a box.
I
I
know what
think
you're
that's
saying.
what you call a veiled threat.
I have no idea what you are talking about.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Oh, well, you should read a
like
book.
being an adventurer, and you don't even have arms or legs, so you know things can happen. It's a dangerous world.
I mean, I have a special relationship with Bug, and I'm not going to let you pressure me into doing something that isn't right. I'll talk to Bug about it if you want, but not while you guys are around. And if Bug makes a decision, Bug can make the decision. That sounds fair.
I'm actually going to look at Bug and just be... Are you alright, buddy? Are you okay?
Open the flap once for yes, and 2 times for no, and 3 times for...
Well, so how do I have good control of like being in a box? Because I feel like since I'm not like I'm a 2-legged for 2-armed creature, it's gonna be weird.
It feels it's definitely weird, but you feel like if you wanted to, you could make the lid open and shut, and you feel like you could pull up anything from inside of you, and you have a long list and know everything that's inside of your extra dimensional space. You can also make any sort of facial expression you want, and you can grow like little tiny appendages to make yourself move along, like little tiny legs that grow underneath your body that allow you to move around like that.
Okay.
And you can even sometimes, if you're concentrating really hard, you can make an appendage grow out, like stretch out, almost like a tentacle or something, to take something out of the box or to poke at something. So like you might be able to open a door or something, but it requires it would require a good deal of effort to do that in concentration, and could wipe you out, make you fall asleep, pass out or something.
I see. Yeah, I'm gonna take like, while you guys are having conversation, to synchronize to my own body by trying all the things that you just said, all my expressions, but when I do feel comfortable in it, I indicate that yeah, I'm fine. Like, this is kind of interesting. So I just flap the lid. What, 1 time for good?
Yeah. See? 1 time, and he's smiling.
And and I use my facial expression to indicate that.
All right,
Bug.
but this isn't permanent.
Yeah, only 24 hours. Bug, do you want me to tell everybody the secret mission, or should I tell just you? If I should tell everybody, open 1 time, just you 2 times.
Secret mission. I don't know secret mission, right?
You do not know the secret mission.
Well, then I don't know the consequences, so I just say yes. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm supposed to protect Bug from anybody who would hurt Bug, and help Bug maintain a good diet, and eventually report back what Bug finds. And no, we're not aliens. We just happen to live on the asteroid belt surrounding the Haelon. I am an ooze, much like Bug is. Bug is one of our most advanced oozes. We need to know more about the people that live here, and so Bug has been one of our best creations. Bug looks exactly like a bugbear child, doesn't he?
Oh my god, Swell, you were right. I'm so sorry I doubted you.
So, all of this time that you've been eating oozes, have you been a cannibal?
Oh my!
I don't eat the oozes. Bug eats
No, not
the oozes.
you. Yeah, he was looking at Bug / Boxy
It
when he said that.
Well, oozes sometimes communicate that way by ingesting little bits of each other. And we can...
We've not been eating little bits. It's sometimes been the entire thing.
Oh, but those were only little samples taken from a larger ooze. All those little containers? Remember there were the really big containers that had the oozes? And then the little small containers? The small containers were samples taken and experimented upon.
So do all oozes come from the asteroid belt?
That's where we all live now. But we must have come from somewhere else. But whether we were on the planet and then something hit and the asteroids sent us up and we're actually from the surface and we've been sent to the belt, or whether we're something that crashed into the belt and came up, I don't know. We do not know. It happened a long time ago.
What is your interest in investigating Haelon?
We are trying to understand art. We understand math and we understand science. We understand magic. But we do not understand music and writing and other things like that. And so we are observing and learning its function.
Well, I pointed the box and I say, "He's a really good artist. Did you see the picture that he did of the cloud?"
He is. That's why he is one of our special chosen ones. As you can see, he has been able to adapt quite well and learn about art and be able to create their own. If you see some of the art the other oozes have created, you would not be nearly as impressed, unless you are impressed by art that is not impressive.
What do you remember, Bug? And he looks at Bug and Boxy's box and says, 1 flap for nothing of this, 2 flaps for only a little.
1 flap. I do 1 flap. I look confused and astonished.
What age were you of your earliest memory? You can just do the number of years.
My earliest memory. I don't know. Right? I'm trying to think. I would do like 3, 4. I don't know. Just a normal. I guess 4. Normal childhood age, where you start remembering.
How long ago was Bug created, Boxy?
He was created, it was a long process of creating him and growing him in the labs before we brought him down to Earth.
Okay.
Sorry, to Haelon.
I've read stories about this of people grown in tubes, and then, oh wow, this is like the stories, man. This is like crazy.
I'm surprised you guys didn't read all those books about ooze stuff that Dormir had. It's been sitting in the box for months. A lot of this information was in there, guys.
Who's interested in oozes?
You guys kept reading all those stories about murder and kissing.
Much more.
Yeah.
I do not understand why you
More
would want that
interesting.
art when you had nonfiction books.
And that's
Nonfiction
why
is an art.
you're news and we're people.
Exactly.
This is world shattering for Matt. He's always been aliens, like Swell's been aliens the whole time, and it turns out it is aliens, so.
All of those magazines that you read.
pulp comic books.
Great. That's so good. No, he's thinking about all the whatever this world's equivalent of science fiction is. He's read a lot of those books, so he's like, oh, cloning and all sorts of things. But that's also just fantasy. Anyway, but still, I feel vindicated.
Is there any other questions you have for me? Or are we good?
Well,
Trust is restored.
I mean, I feel like that raised more questions than it answered, but also I have no follow-up. You and Bug are oozes from outer space. Great.
Well, you did not answer my question. How long ago he was created, or perhaps it would be easier to say when he was sent down.
When he was 3? 4? I think 4. I do not know.
And did his mentor know about this?
No, I do not believe that Zunk did, but he might have.
So
He might have kept it. If he was not informed of this, whether he was aware of this is another question. Zunk was very clever. Maybe he understood.
Fair. So, did you create the gift?
That is an interesting question. How is our creation become gifted? That is something we very much would like to figure out.
So
we will have to
intentional.
Our scientists will have to ingest part of him at some point.
That's horrifying.
You can't eat Bug.
No, not all of Bug, but I mean, you have already used his hair to cast a spell.
I haven't.
Yeah, we didn't eat it.
No, but you
What
understand.
happens if we eat Bug?
I don't I think that if you did, it would not be good.
Bug, when you ate those other oozes, did you learn anything?
Yes.
Boxy says that?
The little ones he wouldn't have really learned much from, but
Well, what did I learn?
you actually, you got, it's not so right, you didn't learn, you got stronger. You got more powerful. But he would need to eat a lot more to get super powerful. I've been trying to keep a tally of how many you've eaten.
Okay, you need to eat the rest of those things like ASAP.
Well, I'll let him do it when he's in this form. I'm not going to do it now.
All
I
right.
believe him going around and putting random things into his mouth actually paid off for once.
I know, I thought it was hilariously amazing that the ooze would just start putting ooze in his mouth. Weird.
He knew it all along, subconsciously.
Sorry, can I what?
He knew it all along, what to do,
Yes.
subconsciously.
It was
Like
perfect.
a genetic memory.
For those listening, this is not something Boya planned. Boya said, I don't know what my backstory is, you make it up. And so I did.
Wow, this is pretty good.
Is Mogg currently driving and we're just sitting in the back here of the car, like having this like weird revelation, and she's just like
Either that one of us is driving and we're trying very hard not to crash. It's like, when someone's like driving with one hand while they're talking to someone.
Yeah, they're just looking over their shoulder the whole time.
Yeah, I think he's
Suddenly
Moriel's
everyone
driving.
Suddenly everyone goes quiet and she's like, you guys are right back there? And we're like, yeah, I guess so.
Sure, we'll go with that.
We should
Anything
call
else
it.
you guys want to answer before we move on to the next scene and wrap up tonight? Or do you guys want to have some time to think on it and leave it there?
Yeah, I think that's a pretty big cliffhanger. I don't know about you
I think
guys.
we might need to process this.
Yeah.
Everyone's just shocked.
Yeah.
Yeah, process
1,000 yard
what's
stare while we motor ahead in the sky.
happening. It's like, is it even
we look
important?
out at the ring.
Yeah. Is it nighttime right now, actually?
No,
Or is it-
it's
okay.
like it's early. No, it's lunchtime.
Okay, but the ring is still visible, right?
Yeah.
Swell's just going to look up at it and be like, I know you can hear me. Squints his eyes.
Of course,
So,
they
do
can
you
go
have
right in-
ways? Do you have ways of communicating with the users back home? To send these reports back.
I have ways to report back, but not here. If I go to certain places and do certain things, I can send messages. I do so if there is an interesting update or a convenient time to do so in the past. But as we've been traveling a lot lately, I have not been involved in reporting back.
What does maintaining a healthy diet for Bug mean?
Oh, that he has food and drink. He consumes food and drink much like any other kith on the planet. That is part of his creation. Many other oozes eat other things. Some eat metal, some eat rock.
Why do
some
you eat gems?
That is how I was made. That is who I am. I eat rocks. I do not eat regular rock, but shiny rocks. I digest them better.
Does it
Just-
matter how expensive it is? Because it's very painful when you eat the emeralds and the rubies, as opposed to the agates or the topazes. Or actually, whatever is lower than I think a topaz might be expensive.
Because, yeah, they're actually
It's a
worth a
train.
lot of money, those things.
Size-wise is the more important thing, rather than the actual gem. So, a big diamond would be delicious, and a tiny diamond
No.
wouldn't be so delicious. A big agate would be delicious, and a tiny agate wouldn't be as delicious. I ate most of that place we were just in had a lot of ornamental gems. The ones decorating the fountains? I don't think they were worth a lot of money. She did not seem like she had... Oh, she really liked rocks and stuff. Maybe she'd collected some precious gems, but I thought they might be... they seemed less like the ones Zunk needed to do their artificing.
How about you stick to the agates and the azurites and other such less expensive ones then?
If you keep them coming.
Quartz. The other ones as I go down the list in the inventory and check out the price. Do you have a certain amount that you need at a certain frequency, or else can you die from hunger?
I can die from hunger, but oozes are more similar to non-kith creatures. So,
It would take a lot more.
it would take me a lot longer to starve than you. I could go a year without eating. But if I eat more, I am better at what I do.
What does that mean?
It means give me more gems, and you'll find out.
But what can you do?
I have an extra dimensional pocket in my tummy.
Right. But how do you get better? Do you just have more space?
I'm not sure exactly. I haven't evolved before. I am also a new creation.
So does that make you, like, brothers?
Does it make me
Would
what,
you
sir?
Brothers? Who were you created at the same time or for the same similar purpose? Were you created about him?
We were created, I guess you could say we're brothers in the same way that we're part of the same group, but I don't think we're... I think more like friends.
Do oozes have a concept of family?
We do. We're all connected.
Right, but, well, I suppose it does not matter.
There are certain tribes, or... That's not the right word. Certain groups,
Clans?
like black puddings or gray oozes. There are different types of oozes that are all the same. We're all linked together by a common thread. And we have more in common with... A gray ooze would have more in common with another gray ooze, but has something in common with an ochre jelly.
Do you have that book on oozes, Bug?
Bug, you do have some books that you can recall and pop out since you know your entire inventory. I'm just going to find the name for it right here, what you were looking for.
How fast does it take me to access all the inventory? Is it instantaneous?
It's instantaneous.
Wow.
It's like 6 seconds.
I pop it out.
One round of combat.
Let's see.
I'm like, here's a sandwich I haven't finished.
One's called Ooze This by Melek's Tome Mind. There's Mold, Mold, Mold by Laszloki Sharp Quill. Slimes of the Northwest by Plumbus Keen Eye.
Sorry, go back. Laszloki. What was that one?
Mold, Mold, Mold by Laszloki Sharp Quill.
So, by Laszlo something?
Laszloki.
Yeah.
A
No.
L-A.
Wasn't one of the bad people we were chasing called Laszlo or something? No? Am I misremembering? Am I trying to connect too many dots?
I was right about the aliens. I'm right about something else, right? Maybe. I don't know.
I could have sworn the one of the red-headed people, or the one that was the weird racist one, was named Laszlo.
The guy who made the music was trying to stir up the provocateur artist. Yeah. His name was Truthsayer.
That's right.
I think.
And there was a Levok as well, and Dunk.
Yeah, I could have sworn there was a Laszlo, but I think that might be I'm misremembering from something else, or I'm getting my wires crossed. And I was like, Laszlo is shortened version of essentially. Anyway, it's fine.
There's also 2 other books you got from Dormir that were not Dreven Love Smugglers. That is Illithid Society by Flom Skystepper and Beyond Haelon by Flom Skystepper. And those are the books you know about, Bug Boxy. And you can retrieve them and people can read them if they want, and we can tell you what's in them next week or over the coming days as you read more into the books. But we'll leave it there for tonight. Mind-shattering revelations.
Yeah, that's,
or at least mind jiggling.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad we got to that. We got some fun character things in tonight. I feel like if I asked if you had a favorite thing for tonight, everybody would say the fact that we found out that Bug was a slime.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
So, yeah, we'll leave it there. Thanks for joining us. Tell a friend. We'll be back next week. Thanks for bearing with us while we were on vacation for a couple weeks. And, yeah. May all your marks be magical. Good night, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Yeah.